Another part of the service which you will have known that I've introduced recently is this quote from Karl Barth when he said that all ministers should have the Bible in one hand and the newspaper in the other. And what I will be doing from time to time, as I've now started to do, is to just take a bit of a one or two words from the media. So far, I've been taking words from print media. I'll promise you I'll be looking at social media as well. But there was a couple of interesting things that I read this week. First of all, from The Age, where there is a big debate going on in the Catholic education system about confessionals within the school system. And I was reminded way back of when my eldest son, Andrew, who is now living and working in the UK, when he was, I don't know, he was probably about 7 or 8 years old, and he came home from school. At the time, we were living in a very, very strong Catholic area, just outside Glasgow, and the school that he went to, because there wasn't any other, was a Catholic school. And he came home from school and said to me, "Dad, can you let me have a few sins?" And well, I have got quite a few, but I wasn't quite sure what he meant. And of course, what he was meaning was that the priest was coming in regularly, and these little tots had to present their sins to him in the confessional. And I just thought, how ridiculous was that? And how totally crazy. There it was in this week's paper, when we are told that the Catholic Church is looking at the role of confessionals in the school system, and it's very important, we are told. And one of their priests was arguing very strongly for traditional confessional booths in the schools. He said confessionals were very important. The church has been in, I quote, "The church has been in this game for a long time, and it knows what is best for penitents." We're talking about little children here. Crazy. I remember when I was doing a part-time ministry in a North Country town in Victoria, Violet Town, and there was as well as the Uniting Church there was also a tiny little Catholic church, and the ladies of the Catholic Church, it's only a small little church, and there'd be about 7 or 8 of them, and they had a visiting priest about once every couple of months or so, and the ladies of the Catholic Church said to me, "Rev Rick, can you come and become our priest?" I said, "It's not that easy." And they said, "Oh, well, anyway, will you come and do a service or two?" And so I did. I went to the Catholic Church and did a few services there of a Sunday evening. And the first time that I went there, it was only a single church. There wasn't any outbuildings or anything. At the end of the first service that I did in the Catholic Church, one of the ladies came up to me and said, "Now, would you like a cup of tea?" I said, "Oh, I'll be fine, thank you very much." But I couldn't imagine where they were going to make this tea. It was only the church, you know. Anyway, she went to the back and opened the confessional booth. And in it was the kettle and the sugar and the milk. I said, "You can't do that. That's the confessional." "Oh," she said, "we're not bothered with that here." If only the Catholic school system would say the same thing. It's interesting, and we reflect on that. And another article that I came across this week was a lovely article. It was relating to a young Indonesian woman, 18 years old, who we are told became a social media sensation for asking young people to be tolerant. And We're told that only a few weeks ago she was a shy, bookish high school student from a small town in Indonesia. Um, but she's now become an international celebrity because she started putting on social media her whole range of different views on religion. And I just caught this one, which I thought was absolutely lovely. I quote, "By chance, I was born," she says, "in Indonesia to a Muslim family. Uh, if I had been born in Sweden or Israel to a Christian or Jewish family, is there any guarantee that I would embrace Islam? There isn't." And when you think about it, she is so right. The whole of our faith is so dependent on where we're born, the family that we're part of, the different connections that we make. And I'm reminded strongly that the Bible applauds this. As Paul writes to the church in Galatia, he says, there is neither Jew nor Gentile. There is neither slave nor free, male or female. We are all one.